everybody, welcome back to another video. I have an idea for a set, and just to speed it up a little bit, I've already put my tips in and just put a clear base down, but I've put one slightly thicker than what I normally do. I'm going to use some of these butterflies, because even though I am doing like autumn sets, I still want to do a couple more summer ones. So anyway, I'm going to put some of these on next, and then I will file off camera and then be back on again. So we're just going to put some of these on. Aimeili's 007, which is black. I have filed and buffed off camera as well. I'm just going to pop some on the tile. I would probably speed through some of this, because I don't know what I'm doing. Push that back a sec. Make sure there's no dust on it before we start. Oh, I need to plug my lamp in, that might help. Might help the case. Right. Now the thing is, I'm not going to leave, I'm going to do a thick enough line, I'm not going to leave all of this showing where the butterflies are, so I will be going over the top of some of the butterflies. Oh, serious shakes. Not good to have shakes when you're trying to do this today. So basically I just want like a window. Make sure you go right over the edge. Just put that there a sec, and then we'll transfer to the bottle. Look it up. God, I think I picked the worst day to do this. And then I've got shaky hands. I'm not even going to risk going right up. I'm going to do it with a little brush. Now, Aimeili's black is fairly black, but I do always do 2 coats, so I'm not going to change. I'm going to do 2 coats again, so I will do a few of these off camera, otherwise it's going to take a long time. God, I've got to stop shaking. Whoa. See the problems I have. Right, I'm just going to go and do it without mucking it up. Just wanted to go there. Right, that one can go in the lamp. Right, whilst that's cooking, I have got the pointer finger. Let's just pull that out because that's done. Okay, we're going to try and keep it uniform, so we're going to do the same for each one. Just going to make that line a bit thicker, otherwise if my hands are this wobbly, I know for a fact I'm going to end up going somewhere I shouldn't. Put that one down. I'm going to take that off there, otherwise I'm going to end up, oh blimey. It's so bad. Right, whilst I'm doing this, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me before I speed on through. About 10 years ago, I had 2 jobs on the go. Well, in fact, in theory, you could call it 3. Why am I going over there? I was working with horses during the day on a very, very busy tourist attraction on the Isle of Wight, and I was cleaning for that tourist attraction first thing in the morning. So I was in work for, well, let's put it this way, sometimes I used to stay after closing time and do it, which was early hours of the morning because it was a restaurant and pub as well. And sorry, I'm trying to concentrate and think at the same time. And then, yeah, I used to either clean in the morning or early hours of the morning, but I was always in very, very early. And obviously I used to drop my kids at school, etc., until they were old enough to get themselves to school. I've got 3 kids, so 2, well, one was left home already, one left home and then came back. So what was I saying? Yeah, see, brain like a sieve. And basically, I'm going to pop that in there. Basically, I did that in the morning, went to the yard, and I'd worked on the yard till tea time, and then, or dinner time, or whatever it's called, wherever you are in the world, but we call it tea time in the West Midlands. And then after that, so many days a week, I'd do pony rides at a campsite, or I'd do pony rides with Richard at some local fetes and that during the summer. So yeah, I was very, very hard working, always have been. Probably why what happened to me happened. I'd obviously pushed myself so far, and bearing in mind I'd got 3 kids, I'd got horses as well myself. I've always had dogs, or a dog. I've always had like rabbits and that, so yeah, I'm a real animal person, which, as you know, takes up a lot of time. So yeah, my health was sort of, well, that came last, I'm afraid. So about 10 years ago anyway, while all this was happening, I was cleaning where I was working, and all of a sudden my back went. Now luckily it was after a party had happened. We were there. I think it might have been a wedding what we were invited to, but we were, anyway, me and Richard were going to tidy after, save me doing it in the morning, because it would have been very, very bad. So thank goodness Richard was there, and basically he had to lift me from where I was and carry me and put me on one of the sofas in the restaurant and bar. He finished off the tidying. Luckily we weren't too far from finishing, because as you can imagine, with hundreds of people there, it was rather a mess. So I was sick everywhere and whatnot. Get all the good jobs. And yeah, I then was carried to the car by Richard and we went home. I should have gone to the hospital, but I didn't. I went home and thought, oh, it's just my back playing up. We will see what it's like tomorrow, thinking I was going to be in work, which I was. I went to work the next day as per normal, but I could still feel my back twinging as though it was going to go again. And I kept thinking, why is it doing this? Now, I did eventually go back to the doctor and say to them, look, this is happening. I can't have it happening because of my job. What can I do? Now, the only thing they offered me was pain relief. Didn't offer me anything else. So I ended up, and this went on for a long time, a hell of a long time. Let me just say, this happened for, crikey, let's put it this way, I was in excruciating pain for about 3.5 years, and I still couldn't come to the, you know, the conclusion of what was wrong. I just didn't have a clue. So ended up that the one day my back just completely went, like, worse than what it has done, you know, over the course of that 3.5 years. And I know the trouble is, we've got one hospital here and it is packed all the time, absolutely packed to the rafters. You've got like 4-hour wait, like, and that's usually in the bloody winter when there's nobody here and no tourists. In the summer it is ridiculous. So I ended up not going to the hospital. I ended up getting Richard to take me home, and I said, I can't put up with the pain any longer. I said, it's killing me. And we phoned the doctors. The doctor wouldn't come out to me, because that's what they're like, and I still like it now, which really pees me off. You have to fight to get a doctor out to you. We have to fight to get an appointment. I ended up going to the doctors, and I just literally lay on the sofa and refused to move until something was done about my back, because it was just getting to the point where I couldn't do anything. Let's put it this way, it was that bad. Richard had to wipe my backside on the toilet, and I wasn't happy about that. Just, you know, it's just totally undignified, and I'm a very, you know, independent person. Try and do things myself all the time, but it was just one of them things that, yeah, it weren't acceptable, and I'd had enough. I was just crying all the time with the pain, screaming. I remember going to the doctors the one day and getting in my mum's car. First of all, it took me about half an hour to get to the car, which was probably about 15 metres away from where I was living. Basically, yeah, I totally screwed my back up, and I just didn't know what to do about it. Try to talk to myself. And then the doctor finally said, right, I'm sending you for an MRI. You know, 3.5 years too late. I'm sure they don't believe you when you say there is something wrong with me, but I did. I went for an MRI and I was signed off work, and it turned out that I'd got my right sciatic nerve in my right leg trapped at the base of my spine. Now, it had been trapped for 3.5 years, so now I'm left with severe nerve damage in my back. And yes, I've still got horses. I will not give them up. Definitely not give them up. No chance. And let's put it this way, even when I was in a wheelchair, because I ended up in a wheelchair, I still went and done my horses. Richard's been an absolute godsend. He still does my horses on the days that I can't. He's always there. He is my carer. He does everything. He does. Basically, I had an operation, I think about 8 years ago now. I think it's about 8 years ago. So yeah, I had to wait a while for an operation, but I ended up having an operation. It turned out that besides the sciatic nerve being trapped, my bottom disc, so my last disc was had disappeared. It had just crumbled. The one above it was the one what was trapping the disc, trapping the nerve, and the one above that, I think I've got them in the right order, the one above that had partially collapsed, but it wasn't fully, but it was on its way. I had to stop doing everything, and I mean everything. I was stuck in bed, couldn't move, had to have the doctors out to me all the time. Ended up having the operation, which really makes me angry, because they would only remove the one disc, the one what was trapping the sciatic nerve. So, and it makes me angry still today, because if, not being funny, if they'd have, in my opinion, I know I've got nerve damage, simple as, but if they'd have done something about the other discs while they were in there, I feel I would have had a better chance at being able to do normal things again and being able to work. Now, I don't, like, even after that operation, because of the nerve damage, it's, well, yeah, it's excruciating. And let's put it this way, I was on liquid morphine, a lot of it, and I was taking morphine tablets, around about 15 tablets a day, with pain medication, anti-inflammatory, and the liquid morphine on top. My medication's changed a little bit now. It's not as, you know, it's still just as bad. I ended up, because of the pain that I was in, I ended up having to have a nerve block done. So I've been back in hospital to have that done on my right leg. So I have not much feeling in it, which makes it very difficult, because yeah, there is very occasionally I might sit on my horse and go for a little walk around the block for 20 minutes. I have to be manhandled on by Richard, and then he manhandles me off, and then when I get off, I run round the back where the stables are and I puke my guts up, basically, because of the pain that I'm in. But I will not give it up, will not, and I've always said that. I mean, my mum thinks I'm barking mad, keep putting myself in pain by riding and keeping horses, but it's the only thing apart from these nails that keep me sane. Otherwise, yeah, we know what would happen. So, which I don't want to go there, because I have those days quite often. Yeah, I ended up in a wheelchair anyway, and I've had a nerve block done. I've had a long-term epidural done in my back, so I had to go back in hospital for that. Didn't work. I have to go back in and have steroid injections every so often. They have to be done in the theatre under the camera, so they're sticking it in the right nerve, but nothing makes any difference. And even now, today, 10 years on, I am still taking 17 tablets a day, which are all, I'd say 15 of them are painkillers and anti-inflammatories, and the other 2 are for my stomach, because I have a lot of acid reflux because of the amount of tablets I take. So yeah, it's not good. And this is why, because I can't ride my horse that often, I do carriage drive him as well, which means I can do that when I'm feeling okay. I'd love to get a 9-to-5 job, if only. Yeah, so basically it's pretty shit at times. I don't want to cry. I know people have it a lot worse than what I do, but for fuck's sake, I'm fucking 46. But yeah, it's pretty shit. Oh, I better not put my fingers on that, had I? I know what I'm going to do before I do it. Pencil. That might help. But yeah, that's me, basically. If I didn't have my other half, Richard, the kids, my dogs, my horses, I don't know, I wouldn't be here. Hang on a sec. Sniffing. Right, I'm going to attempt, bleary-eyed, to do a butterfly. From there. See, this is why I've held off so long about telling people what's wrong with me, because I bloody hate it. Hopefully I'm in shot. Do it that way. Yeah. So anyway, that's me. That don't look right, does it? You dozy mare. Sorry, I might be in the camera angle. That's better, that'll do. Right, so top's there, bottom is there, and that one is there. Let's see if we can do them together. This is where I did totally wrong. See, a lot of people see me out and about, because obviously the island's quite a small community, not that many people here, and people see me and think there's nothing wrong with me. Yeah, I walk with a walking stick, but they don't see the times that I'm puking up. Let's put it this way, every time I visit my mum and dad and I sit on their sofa, I come home, usually on my way home I'm sick because of the pain. Whenever I go to the yard to do my horses, I'm not there very long, up to an hour. Same again on the way back. Pull the car up, I have to be sick. I can't go anywhere without it happening, unfortunately. I really wish it didn't, but right, I'm going to stop waffling in a minute so I can speak. They are cured. I am going to put some top coat on those two, but what's that one? Is that matte top coat? Yes, that's the only matte top coat I've got. So what I want to do is I want to matte that one, and that one, and these two are going to stay shiny, and you're going to get siren any second, I'll warn you now. Do I want to matte them before, or do I want to? No, I'm going to put some jewels on them, I think. So sorry. Always happens, doesn't it, when I'm filming? It's because it's deep down. Right, make sure that's working. I think it is. Just going to get some jewels. Right, as you can see, I'll put the jewels of the other ones. I left this one till last. Just saves a lot of time. What is it when you go to put one down that happens? Oh, that's because there was two. Oh well, two for the price of one. Anyway, carry on with the story. At the moment, because I can't film every day, I'd love to. If I could, I would. I really would. I tend to do like two videos at once, and I do that like twice a week or something, just so I can I've got something backed up ready. Right, I'm going to stick the lamp over that there. So yeah, because I can only sit so long in this chair, occasionally if I'm not feeling really well and I'm not able to sit up for long, I do take this board downstairs and do it on the bed, which is not the most comfortable thing to do, but because I can only sit for so long in a chair, which is a frigging nightmare. That's probably why you hear my desk creak so much, because I'm always bloody moving. Right, let me put them away, because I will end up knocking them over. I know exactly what I'm like. Okay, I'll put my finger on them all and everything. I don't know if I'm going to like these matte, but I'm going to give it a go. We shall soon find out. If I don't like them matte, I'll just go back over them. Yeah, so now, apart from being a mum, I have no job, which has been bloody frustrating at times, because going from working 3 jobs down to none was very hard to adjust to. I mean, I've worked straight from school. When I left at 16, I was straight into a job. Until then. So all I can say, ladies and gents, is look after your back. Do not neglect it. Take it from me. Because without your back, you're screwed. I mean, if it wasn't for Richard, I would have been totally screwed. I don't have any, well, I don't have any really close friends or anything. Yes, I know people, but I don't have anybody that I could call on, so to speak. Richard has had to be mum and dad. I can see a hair there. It infuriates me though when people look at me and think, oh, there's nothing wrong with her. They don't see, like I say, the times that you're ill, that you're sick. I have to carry a plastic bag everywhere I go, so I've got plastic bags in the car. On the rare day out that we've had in the past, I took my mobility scooter with me, and even being sat in that, we went to the New Forest show once, and I've been to Hipstead as well with my daughter. Nice posh lorries, you know, where all the horses are, absolutely gorgeous, you know, a few £100 worth, and there's me chuffing my ring up round the back. Very embarrassing. And the problem is then, when I do that, I bring my tablets back up. So the only good thing at the moment is I don't take any liquid morphine, nor do I take tablet morphine anymore. But I do wear a morphine patch called fentanyl. So yeah, which releases 50 milligrams an hour, which is quite a lot. So, and even then, I still have severe pain, which is a bit shit really, but pants, I've just put a little tiny bit on me flexi finger. Didn't want to do that. Right, I'm just going to go over those. It's going to make any difference. They're not real. They're not going on anybody's hands. Only Susan here. So I have to bend the fingers up that far because I can't bend down. Yeah, that's another problem, that you can't bend. Bloody frustrating. I'll do anything to go back, what, 20 years, 25 years. Look after my back. Year on year abuse of lifting. Well, let's put it this way, I used to carry one bag of feed on each shoulder, sometimes two on one shoulder, and they're 25 kilogram bags of food, horse food and pig food and bloody cattle nuts and whatnot. So yeah, not something you want to do. So ladies and gents, if you've got kids and you see them doing silly things like that, tell them off, is what I say. It's for their own good. Right, I'm going to put them in the lamp for the last time, I hope. And then that's it. This is going to be a really long video as well. I'm so sorry, because I've just been waffling on. And I've now got a runny nose. Ugh. 5 seconds. Yay! I love this lamp. It's so quick. Oh, do I like a matte? Oh, I don't think I do. No, I don't like them matte at all. Sorry. I thought I might have done, but I don't. Right. That's better. Ain't that much better? Alright, hopefully when you pull those two together, they should sort of match. It's a fairly easy set to do. A bit long, but oh well, gave me a chance to waffle on and tell you my story. Right, I'll take some pictures and leave them at the end. We'll do some gel polish sets for the next couple of videos over the next few days. Okay, bye.